Yo, still Bills, what's the deal, man? We back, bro. It's Monday, man. Listen, man, I kicked it so hard on my 3-day weekend. Man, I ain't know what to do with myself, bro. Usually, I clean on the weekends, straighten up a little bit. And, I put a rush. Either I do it Saturday or I do it Sunday, but I didn't even have the energy to do that because I was acting a fool. I'm like, I just don't know what to do with myself on this 3-day weekend. I half-ass cleaned the kitchen, and I just sat on the couch and kicked it. I didn't do a motherfucking thing on Friday, bro, on the 4th. I was like, I don't want to do nothing, dog. We didn't do nothing for the 4th. We just chilled at the crib. At least, my wife and kids went to they went to Funplex into the swimming pool. I kicked it at the crib, man. Listen, man. Man, oh man. And we back to regularly scheduled programming from here on out, man. But Pete game, man, I want to talk about something, man. And this is why I just cannot, it's hard for me to enjoy the moves that David Benavidez makes. And in this situation, it ain't even David Benavidez's fault. Why I just can't sit, not enjoy, because I'm going to enjoy the fight, but why I just can't be like, yo, salute to you on salute. Even though I'm saying salute, it's hard for me to be like, yo, bro, you just... Because I always find myself in combative debates with his sycophants. And when I address how stupid they sound, I get deemed a David Benavidez hater. As I stated before, I'm not a David Benavidez fan. I don't hate the dude, though. I don't. I'll definitely watch his fights. I'm gonna let you know if I'm a hating ass nigga. Can't no nigga on earth out hate me, bro. Can't no nigga on earth out hate me. And that's just a fact. So I don't hate the dude, but when I bring certain truths to light, I get deemed as this hater. You dig? I'm like, all right, man, whatever, you can have that. And so now the new narrative is that Callum Smith ducked David Benavidez, so Anthony Yard is the one who took the fight. Ashy Knuckles, I'm talking to you in particular. Not necessarily you in particular, but I am talking to you in particular because it's a multitude of motherfuckers saying this dumb shit, and it's bothering the fuck out of me because y'all are spinning shit. Y'all niggas becoming spin doctors, bro. David Benavidez. Oh, and shout out to Ring IQ because he shouted out my, he highlighted my comment under his video, man, about David Benavidez. Salute to him, man. That's the Grand Wizard of boxing commentary right there. But what I said was, how I feel, bro. This dude turned down an initial offer, just to turn down the initial offer for Turki Al-Sheikh, just for him to double back and try to counter offer with the PBC offer, which I'm more than sure was not nearly as lucrative as the Turki Al-Sheikh offer. Just for him to turn around and then bend the knee to Turki Al-Sheikh, which he only countered offer because he didn't want to bend the knee in the first place. Which exemplifies my point. We're not here if he just accepts the initial offer. No, Ashy, it's not about him fighting in fucking Alcatraz or no shit like that, because it was supposed to be on the Better Be It versus Bivol undercard. Alcatraz is just an idea that he was floating around. That idea, if I'm not mistaken, Teofimo Lopez is the one who presented that idea. And I'm not entirely mad at it, but what the fuck? Just simply say, I don't want to fight on Alcatraz. It's as simple as that. Y'all swear this dude is box office, so he got some say as to where he fights at, right? The location, I bet. I don't want to fight on Alcatraz. It's as simple as that. But y'all can't sit here and spin this narrative that Callum Smith ducked David. Y'all can't do that. Even when the negotiations were going on between the two camps, y'all was still trying to run that game like he about to duck David. Nah, my nigga. No. How is it that Callum Smith ducked David, but David didn't duck Callum Smith? When that offer was when the Turki offer was more lucrative than what fucking David Benavidez gave him. What are we talking about? This shit it's just the mental mind games that come with that come along with this dude and his fans are ridiculous, man. I'm still arguing with people making it seem as David Benavidez is this this child on the back of a milk carton in boxing, and he's not. He's not. dig? I'm arguing with somebody telling me, man, Bivol ain't gonna fight that dude. Watch, he gonna have to fight Yard Smith and Better Be It before he gets a Bivol fight. If Bivol wins the rematch with the trilogy with Arthur Better Be It. So Why shouldn't he have to build his resume a little bit more? This is what I mean. Keep trying to find ways to accommodate and what's the word? I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Prioritize this dude. He don't got to do what everybody. He doesn't have to go through the gauntlets that everybody else has gone through. Why? He doesn't have to do that. Why shouldn't he have to build his resume? Why shouldn't he have to go through Smith, Yard, and Better Be It? Now, granted, do I think he should have to go through all that? No, I don't. No, I don't. But how is that a bad thing if he does? Especially if he beats him. If he even fights him, bro, at least he fought them. This shit just doesn't make any sense. And people are so fucking, just one-sided in these conversations. I'm arguing with another dude on shout out to KO Boxing 86. I'm arguing with a dude, not arguing, but just having a back and forth. This dude is trying to convince me that somehow Callum Smith is assed out because he didn't accept the fight with David Benavidez. And I'm like, you do realize he's in line for one of Bivol belts if Bivol wins the fight. If Better BF wins the fight, he's in line for those same belts. I don't think he'll fight Better BF again, though. I'm thinking that he's hoping that that Dimitri Bivol wins that fight, because it's just it's just terror that's gonna be on the opposite end of fighting fucking Artur Better BF. It's a horror movie. You dig? If he goes up there and he fights that dude again, man. But with Bivol, he's not gonna have to worry about getting punished like that, even if he loses. So I'm saying, man, why is it that David is always to be the priority over everybody else? Why is it always David's way or the highway? And that's what bothers me. That's irritating the fuck out of me. All variables and nuances surrounding the situation get ignored and neutralized so we can big up David Benavidez. It's the stupidest shit in the world. It's the stupidest shit in the world. We're not here if he just accepts the Turkey offer, because he accepted the offer anyway to fight in fucking Saudi Arabia. Why are we here in the now? At this point in time, Callum Smith is the better fight between the two of them. Now, let me say this. I think Callum Smith and Anthony Yarde fight is a 50-50 fight, just like I think Anthony Yarde and David Benavidez fight is a 50-50 fight, just like I think David Benavidez versus Callum Smith is a 50-50 fight. Of all the shit I talk about David, I never said he was a trash fighter. I'll say he's trash just to piss off some of his fans or whatever, man. But nah, he's not a trash fighter. He's not a trash fighter. I just don't think he's headed, and I say it's 50-50 because he's not head and shoulders above the rest of the competition. He's not proven to be that. But his fans will make it seem as if he is to be prioritized over all the other contenders. Like, you can't mention David Benavidez's name if it's not with the champions and the who's in the division. And I think that's ridiculous. I think that's a stupid take, a dumb take. Dumb as fuck. So we're not here if David Benavidez just simply accepts the offer. We're not here if he just says, all right, bet, yeah, all right, cool. Let's get that working in Saudi on the undercard. Let's do that. We're not here if he does that. We're not here. You can't talk to me about Alcatraz when the dude is fighting on a Saudi card. He's fighting fucking Yarde on the Saudi card. You can't bring up Alcatraz to me. Because now that he's fighting on the Saudi card, are they fighting in Alcatraz? Nah, my nigga, they not. Not to my recollection. Actually, it's not even my recollection. It's a fact. They're not fighting on the Saudi card, or they're not fighting on Alcatraz. What the fuck is you niggas talking about? It's childish banter, bro. It's the most, bro, you niggas is some of the most dismissive ass niggas, dog. Swear to God. Swear to everything, my nigga. Like, the dude has to just, he does nothing wrong. He had to strip Bivol. Oh shit, he had to strip Bivol, so I'm gonna get denied again. He's just supposed to get denied of a title shot again. My nigga, he didn't activate his Mando at 168 pounds. He didn't do it. After going to the conference and pleading his case, he didn't activate his mandatory. So what the fuck are we doing? You think calling somebody out is just simply saying it's just, all right, cool, I called you out now. Let's get all the other shit. Just we skip past that other process because I called you out. I called you out so I don't have to go through the other channels to get a fight. Bro, what are we doing? And because of that, it's justified in him going and stripping B-Ball, as opposed to just taking it to him, taking it from him the proper way. Going and deboing that belt off of that dude's hands. Yo, like, what are we doing, man? Why do we this childish. It's corny. It's corny. Because there's always a contingency of fighters that get this preferential treatment in the eyes of the fans. Well, they don't have to go through the gauntlets. They don't have to go through the channels that other fighters have to go through in order to get a fight. These niggas, just because they're PBC fighters, they have earned a right after they signed that contract with Al Heyman to fight whoever it is they want to fight. And not just fight, but be prioritized over everybody. We're not going to shine a light on David Benavidez rejecting the Turki Al-Sheikh offer, but we're going to shine a light on Callum Smith ducking a David offer. A David offer that isn't as lucrative as the Turki Al-Sheikh offer that was initially sent in the first place. The dude is telling you, bro, the numbers was not right. He told you that. Y'all trying to get a fight in America. Why am I fighting? Why am I? Okay, cool. All right, well, can you at least match me on what Turkey was offering me? They're not coming out and letting you know, man, yo, man, enough, you know, they're not throwing shade. They ain't throwing salt or nothing like that. They're diplomatic in it, you know, in what they're talking about. But you have to be able to catch the hints that they dropping, my nigga. And he's telling you the number. They clearly said the numbers just ain't numbering. Which is telling me that that offer is not as lucrative as what Turkey sent them, bro. I mean, what are we doing? And that small, minute detail was going to get ignored because y'all want to show David as this poster child for mistreatment. And he's not. He's not. It's the dumbest shit in the world. Bro, like my fucking head hurts after talking about this shit with you niggas. My head hurts. So I'm just saying, man, present me a proper argument. Not even present me a proper argument, because there's no argument that needs to be had. Because David simply did not match the offer that Turkey sent out to him initially. So it's not even an argument that you can present to me. It's just simply accepting what's real. Did David duck Callum? Yeah. Do I think David is scared of Callum? No, I don't. Do I think it was a blockheaded business decision? Yes, I do. Because the dude is talking about not bending the knee to Turkey. Him and Samson Lukowicz. We not bending the knee to Turkey. We not bending the knee to Turkey just for you to bend the knee to Turkey and fight in Saudi Arabia. So what the fuck? Why not just accept the Callum Smith offer when he's coming off the bigger and more impressive win? God damn. How do you think? I don't get it, bro. And Anthony Yard is a dope fight to me, man. But if y'all wouldn't be running game, I wouldn't have to bring this shit to light. God damn, I don't be getting it. I don't get it. Niggas just can't call the shit down the middle, man. Y'all got to do all the extras and all that, man. I'm just, I'm cool on that shit. That's sucker shit to me. It's unnecessary. Have a conversation about David, and it doesn't make you less of a fan to call him out on how inconsistent and how blockheaded his moves are he makes. This was a blockheaded move. We will not bend the knee just for you to turn around and bend the knee. Y'all will reject the Callum Smith offer to not bend the knee just to double back and send and counter offer with an offer that isn't as lucrative just for you to turn around and bend the knee and fight in Saudi Arabia with a whole nother opponent. Oh my fucking God. It's not hard. And somehow Callum Smith is at fault for this, because if God forbid he don't fight David Benavidez, because it's David Benavidez or nothing, despite him being a mandatory for one of the belts that I forget what belt it is that he holds, what interim belt he holds, that Bivol has, but God forbid he fights nobody. It's David or nobody else. Oh, David got to do it. Bivol got to go see him. Not really. Bivol's been there, done that. He's been undisputed. He's been there, done that. David hasn't. Like everything is about prioritizing David, man. Like, you gotta go. Like, David is Martin, or David is Jamie Foxx, and everybody else is Braxton. My nigga, no, I don't think so. I don't think so, man. This shit is irritating. It's laughable, but it's irritating, man. Cause I just so you know, sometimes you think when you trying to type and respond to a nigga, you got so much you want to say and you can't find the words to say how the level of idiocy that's coming out of your mouth sounds. You can't put the words into its proper context. That be me arguing with you niggas. God damn. David Benavidez is a good fighter and he's in a good fight, but let's stop dragging it. And that's all. It's as simple as that. You cannot tell me Callum Smith ducked David without saying David ducked Callum Smith. You can't do that because you're being dishonest. You can't say it's not a contradiction for him not to bend the knee, so he rejects the initial offer that Turkey sent just for him to turn around and then accept the offer from Turkey Al-Sheikh to fight Anthony Yarde, bro. It's childish. It's childish. So don't tell me nothing about no David Benavidez. Don't tell me that, man, he got Callum Smith need to go fight David Benavidez. David Benavidez got a belt. So does Bivol. He's in line to fight Bivol. What this is? Oh, niggas be trying to be fancy. Man, listen. I'll be tuning in to the April card in Saudi because that's gonna be a balling ass fight. But just just call it down the middle, man. That's all I pretty much gotta say about it. Call that shit down the middle, my nigga, and stop dragging this nigga out like he just nah, bro. No, every move that he's made that has been a detriment to career is his own doing. It's silly. He should have took the Callum Smith offer. If he doesn't take the Callum Smith offer initially, we're not here. And he's fighting a better opponent with a better victory. Doses.